Now this is probably the fastest looking thing at this Japan Mobility Show 2025, and this is the Lexus Sport Concept. Now Lexus did showcase this car earlier at the Pebble Beach, but details are very scarce. I'll show you what the interiors are like soon, but from the outside, what it looks like is that it's a hybrid sports car, supercar kind of thing, because you have a lot of those cues. You have that long bonnet, you got those air vents along the sides, as you can see. Rather big venting. Now all the lighting, it's somewhat reminiscent of the Lexus LC that we had in India for a little bit, and of course there are cues of the LFA here too. Now I'm not sure if this replaces the LFA from the way it looks in size and shape. This looks more like a new Lexus LC probably, but with a very advanced kind of hybrid powertrain. Now when you come to the side, you'll notice it's got that great coupe proportions, those extra large wheels. They may be of a staggered size, but I don't know. But you have that really sporty sloping silhouette. Again, reminds you a bit of previous Lexus sports cars like the LC mainly. But I really like how the roof especially has been stretched out to make it more aerodynamic, which again makes me think that this is going to have quite a high degree of electrification. Maybe it'll have a V6, a couple of electric motors. I don't know, Lexus is quite tight about their spec, but what I do know is that got some really massive brake calipers, you can see. Now we have a sort of distant look at what the cabin of this Sport Concept is like. Now this has what's been revealed here at the JMS in 2025, and you'll see that it's a very sporty kind of cabin. A lot of those traditional Lexus cues are there, even though it's a yoke kind of steering wheel. I'm personally not very fond of these, but maybe this is a, I don't know, probably a drive-by-wire system and so on. But the way the cockpit has been designed is again very much like endurance racing that Lexus and Toyota do. So what you have is that wraparound effect around that big screen in front of you, a couple of smaller screens. There's no center kind of instrument cluster as such. It's very driver oriented, the whole cockpit, as you can see, a bit like what Ferrari does. And you have these rotary kind of selectors, as you can see on the steering wheel, which again is very new, very different. You don't see it in a lot of sports cars or supercars. And then now a lot of it is sort of done up here, but you can see how the cabin is with its horizontal layers. But the passenger has a completely different ambience to what the driver has. Even the colors for the passenger are completely different. Now you've seen these in a few other cars, but here it seems like it's a concept of having those two separate kind of environments in the same car for the passenger and the driver. And I'll now quickly show you what it's like from behind. And as you can see, it's quite unique. You have those two exhaust tips, that big chunky diffuser, that F1 style lighting at the bottom. Now a lot of these bits, especially the grille arrangement, is taken from the LFA. Now a lot of these venting here suggests that, okay, maybe it might be something mid-engine. The spoiler, as you can see, is retractable, and there's no rear wind screen. Now, I don't know how much of it is just show for this concept car and how much of it will be real. Maybe the production car will have an actual windscreen, but from here it looks like it may be a rear wheel or a mid-rear engine kind of layout for this car. Maybe the electric motors will be in the front. Anyway, we don't know all of that yet. All of that is speculation. And we also don't know any details about if we'll ever actually get this car in India, considering Lexus is very, very limited in the kind of models it brings to India of this kind. But anyway, if it did come to India, it would compete with cars like the Porsche 911 probably and the new Mercedes AMG GT. But what do you think? Is this a great sports car you would probably want and dream after in your life? Let us know in the comments.